The bullet that killed President Kennedy came from behind, but the fatal shot entered from the front. That single fact has haunted investigators for 62 years, and it's exactly why the government still refuses to release thousands of classified documents about November 22, 1963. I'm going to show you evidence that will make you question everything you thought you knew about the most pivotal assassination in American history. Hit that subscribe button right now, because what I'm about to reveal will blow your mind. When President Trump ordered the release of JFK files in January 2025, America held its breath. After 6 decades of secrecy, would we finally learn the truth? But here's what they're not telling you. Over 2,400 documents were discovered by the FBI just weeks before the release. Documents they claimed didn't exist for decades. The official story says Lee Harvey Oswald, a 24-year-old former Marine, acted completely alone. 3 shots from the 6th floor of the Texas School Book Depository. Case closed. But the evidence tells a drastically different story, and the newly released files have only deepened the mystery. Let me ask you something. Have you ever wondered why Jack Ruby killed Oswald just 48 hours after Kennedy's death? Drop your theories in the comments below. Here's what the Warren Commission doesn't want you to know. Robert F. Kennedy Jr., JFK's own nephew, publicly stated that his uncle was killed by a conspiracy involving his own security apparatus. Think about that. The president's family doesn't believe the official story. RFK Jr. called the Warren Commission a shoddy piece of craftsmanship and was fairly convinced that others were involved besides Oswald. The physics don't lie. The famous Zapruder film shows Kennedy's head snapping backward violently when the fatal shot struck him. Every forensic expert will tell you that's impossible if the bullet came from behind. The laws of physics demand the opposite reaction. So where did that shot really come from? The grassy knoll. In 1976, the House Select Committee on Assassinations concluded there was probably a second shooter on the grassy knoll, the hill overlooking Dealey Plaza. A second shooter means conspiracy. It means everything we've been told is a lie. But it gets even darker. Oswald had connections to a possible KGB assassin named Valery Vladimirovich Kostakov. He visited the Soviet and Cuban embassies in Mexico City weeks before the assassination. The CIA knew about these meetings. They watched him, they tracked him, and they did nothing to stop what was coming. Stay with me, because the best evidence is still ahead. Let's talk about the missing brain. Yes, you read that correctly. Kennedy's brain disappeared from the National Archives, and the chief analyst for military records was 90 to 95% certain that the photographs claimed to be of Kennedy's brain are not actually his brain. Why would someone steal the president's brain? Because it contained bullet fragments that would prove the fatal shot came from the front, not the back. The autopsy itself was compromised from the beginning. Military officials controlled the doctor's examination of the president's body, preventing them from conducting a proper forensic investigation. Witnesses reported seeing Secret Service agents confiscate photographic evidence and original medical documents that have never been recovered. 38% of Americans now believe the U.S. government itself was the most likely co-conspirator in Kennedy's assassination. That's not a fringe theory anymore. That's mainstream suspicion of our own intelligence agencies. Here's why this matters today. The CIA has been accused by conspiracy theorists of involvement due to Kennedy's firing of CIA Director Allen Dulles after the Bay of Pigs disaster, Kennedy's plan to cut the agency's budget by 20%, and his perceived weakness on communism. JFK threatened the most powerful intelligence apparatus in the world, and days later, he was dead. The CIA recruited the Mafia, specifically Chicago syndicate boss Sam Giancana, to help assassinate Fidel Castro. So we know for a fact the CIA was working with organized crime to commit political assassinations. Is it really so far-fetched to believe they turned those same capabilities against a president who threatened their power? Drop a comment if you think the CIA was involved. Let's see how many of us are thinking the same thing. The documents released in 2025 reveal something chilling. Intelligence agencies investigated multiple conspiracy theories, and while they claimed these theories were hollow, the documents show extensive CIA plots and intelligence gathering that had previously been classified. What else are they hiding in those remaining 2,400 documents? A 2003 ABC News poll found that 70% of Americans believe Kennedy's death was the result of a broader plot, and just 32% believe Oswald acted alone. The American people have never believed the official story, and with good reason. Every single witness who contradicted the official narrative met untimely deaths. Reporters, investigators, witnesses in Dealey Plaza. Dozens died in mysterious circumstances in the years following the assassination. Coincidence? Or systematic elimination of anyone who knew too much? If this investigation has opened your eyes, smash that subscribe button and hit the notification bell. This channel is dedicated to uncovering the truths they don't want you to know. The question isn't whether there was a conspiracy. The evidence of multiple shooters, government cover-ups, and intelligence agency involvement is overwhelming. The question is, why are they still hiding documents 62 years later? What could possibly be in those files that's too dangerous for the American people to know? President Kennedy was murdered in broad daylight in front of hundreds of witnesses, and we still don't know the full truth. That should terrify every American citizen, because if they can get away with killing a president and covering it up for 6 decades, what else are they capable of? Drop your theories in the comments. Do you believe Oswald acted alone, or was this a CIA operation? And don't forget to check out our next video where we expose the secret government experiments that started right after JFK's assassination. You won't want to miss it. Thank you for watching, and remember, the truth is out there, but you have to be willing to look for it. Our next video will be even more explosive, revealing classified documents about government mind control programs that started right after JFK's assassination. You won't want to miss it.